Okay, this is a short demo on how to analyze the data in the first computational biology lab. I have some fictitious data here, and I've called that data. And what you should notice here is I have 6 rows, and for each of these 6 rows, I have 3 situations. So for example, in this first row, I have something I'm just calling on. This is just arbitrary data. And then the first instance is blue, the second instance is blue, and the third instance is red. So what I want to do is I want to assign a scoring value to each of the 4 possibilities. If it's on and it's blue, I'm going to score that as a 1. If it's on, so I should have a 1 here, and I should have a 1 here. If it's on and red, it's going to be scored as a 0. Likewise, if it's off and blue, that's going to be scored as a 0. And if it's red and off, that's going to be scored as a 1. So what I'm going to need is a 6 row by 3 column table, and that's what we'll get here in a minute. And I'm going to do that by setting up a data table called results. So I'm going to say results equals, and I'm going to use the table command. And notice that I have 3 situations. I've got there's situation 1, situation 2, situation 3. So because of that, I'm going to have 3 if statements. So I'm going to say if data in some row and some column is equal to, now notice the equal sign here is a double equal sign, and I'm doing that, so that's called the assignment operator. Okay, it's a little bit different than an equal sign. So I'm saying if the data in some row and some column is blue, and that's the significance of the 2 ampersands there, the data in the row and now in column 1, this is the coding for column 1. If that's true, then I'm going to assign double equal sign if a double equal sign says that's on, then I'm going to assign a 1. Okay, so I've just done the first column there. This is the second column right here. If data in row and column is red and the data in that column is whatever is on, then it's a 0. And then the third one, if data row column is blue and it's off, I assign a 0. Now, notice that there's not, the fourth thing is encoded with an if statement. That's because there aren't any other possibilities. Okay, I've got the blue and on possibility, I've got the red and on possibility, I've got the blue and off possibility. The only other thing that it can be, if it's not any of those 3, is red and off, and that's going to be scored as a 1. So there's my 1 there. Okay, what does row mean? Okay, row means starting at row 1, going to the length of data. In this case, the length of data is going to be 6. Okay, column is defined as starting at column 2. I go to the depth of the data plus 1. I could have just said starting column 2 and go to what's 2, 3, 4. I could have put a 4 there, but I'm just being a little bit more sophisticated. And that's all you need to do. Then I can say grid my results, and you should see I've got a 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, so forth. What I want to do now is sum them up. So I'm going to say I'm going to get a new table that sums up the results, rows going from 1 to 6, columns from 1 to 3. And if I look at that, I get 2 in the first column, I get 3 in the second column, and I get 1 in the third column. And then I'm just going to plot that table called sums, and that gives me my table there. So you need to do something similar to that with the plates data that you download from the chemistry server. Okay, hope this helps. We'll see you online.